It's your boy Indian Gooner in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, this video will always give you the latest news about Arsenal. Make no mistake, be a part of this community by subscribing and letting us know what you guys like also, and definitely also obviously you got to have that notification bell on, and I think the option to be selected is that all the notifications, and you have to make sure that whenever you come onto this channel, go comment and let me know what you guys feel about Arsenal and whatever is going on with Arsenal, the manager, the players, anything. You guys can definitely go there and comment in any one of my videos or in the community guidelines. You guys need to make sure what exactly everything is all about. So make sure that this community is filled with all the Arsenal fans who want to make their presence felt, who have to actually speak more about Arsenal. Well, without any further ado, we've got a lot of news today. I mean, it's really ranging from Unai Emery speaking about Lucas Torreira's role, which I predicted, ladies and gentlemen, is right. Well, moving on. Well, we've got some updates from Arsenal versus Aston Villa game. We've got some injury updates from Aston Villa side and as well as Arsenal side. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll speak about more of it as well. So without any further ado, let's jump into the first news of the day. Henrik Mkhitaryan, ladies and gentlemen, Henrik Mkhitaryan starts for Roma versus Bologna. All the best, Mickey. Make us proud and make sure that loan deal becomes permanent so we get some amount of money from you. Moving on, Carl Jenkinson. Well, I had a dream that to see Carl Jenkinson play against Arsenal, but it's not going to be fulfilled, ladies and gentlemen. Carl Jenkinson currently is out injured and he will not be able to play against Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen, and it is so sad. I wanted to see Jenko play against Arsenal. It would have been so reminiscent. I mean, we destroying Nottingham Forest, and we I as a fan could say it to Jenkinson on your face. That's exactly I would have been so happy to do that, but at least I cannot do it on the I cannot say that at least to Jenko. Well, moving on, Unai Emery, ladies and gentlemen, has won 78 points in his 43 Premier League games for Arsenal as an Arsenal manager, which is equal to Arsene Wenger in his last 43 Premier League games as an Arsenal manager. Same amount of points in the last 43 games for Arsene Wenger as 43 games for Unai Emery's first 43 games. He got 78 points as well. Let's see what's going to happen in the 44th game. I don't know. I'm really buzzing right now. Moving on. Well, all the match days get me buzzing, so let's just not judge me on that. Moving on. Interview. Well, in May. We all know that Daniel Malin has spoken good about Arsenal, but in May he had something really different to say about Arsenal. Well, this PSV recent star, the young star who scored 5 goals against Vitesse, has this to say: that I was sent away from Arsenal is certainly not true. I still had a contract for a year and Arsenal even wanted to extend that. I don't play football for money. I never did that otherwise. I wouldn't have left England. It may sound silly, but I may have learnt the most from the young boys such as Reece Nelson, and he believes that Reece Nelson kind of people are actually learning the proper English football, and that's exactly what he learnt. Daniel Malin, ladies and gentlemen, well, he's on the radar back to the Premier League clubs, and most importantly, I've got one more news. Daniel Malin has been watched by Liverpool, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, 5 goals against Vitesse really grabs attention, and he has got all the attention that Liverpool were looking out for a player. I don't know. They're just going with buying youngsters. That's what they did in the last transfer window, and that's what they are going to do in the future as well. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, Emery on Pepe. Well, finally he's spoken something about Pepe. He said he needs more adaptation. He's playing good. But progressively, we know there is going to be more performance in him to help us. And I want to do now quickly in the last step in the adaptation for us. We are working with him first for that adaptation. Well, what Unai Emery tries to say here is that he also understands that Nicolas Pepe needs some time to adapt, but the last speed, the finishing touches, he's definitely winning the. He's got some good stats in dribbling past the players, showing off some skills, passing, getting the assist. But one thing that he's not having is the finishing touches. The goals are not coming, ladies and gentlemen, and some important crosses as a winger, those things are not coming. So for that, he's telling that he is definitely looking at to speed up that final adaptation process, and we all are with you, Unai, on that. Moving on, Unai Emery. Well, he's talking about the defense against Watford. He said that one mistake is not his mistake. Socrates, that's what he's talking about. Socrates' mistake. It's not his mistake. It is the mistake of all the team, and I am responsible because I decided to start like that. Maybe the worst in our build-up, starting with the goalkeeper. To build up with the goalkeeper and centre back is going to be our identity, but we are going to share sometimes with long balls, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he's open to the idea to play long balls. Yes, it will be, but the problem is that if the switcheroo, the switch of playing from the back to the long balls has to be dependent. It has to be revolving, and it has to depend on the situation, the pressing situations as well. So I think that is what the quick adaptation did not happen against Watford, and we stuck to the same old thing, and then we came back with the long balls, and obviously Watford read that, and we just crumbled under pressure. Let's hope we at least at Emirates we definitely improve that against Villa tonight. Moving on, Emery on Lucas Torreira. And if you can listen to this carefully, I have actually spoken this about the evolution of Lucas Torreira from last season. Hear him out. Emery said he was able to go front, box to box, and I want to use his quality. His qualities are that he can give us good pressing, and he can win the ball high up the pitch to give us possession to score. He did that tonight. After we need someone with the ball, and in his position he can help us with the build up. Well, this was after the game against Frankfurt, and obviously I have analyzed it, and I've said this in my video as well, that Lucas Torreira has been given the license to go up front to, and we've seen that since the Liverpool game. So Lucas Torreira comes up with the intention of going forward as a midfielder, and Granit Xhaka or anybody for that matter in that midfield other than Lucas Torreira will do the backing up, and definitely will try, and somebody else in the forward space will definitely take up his place to back that area of the pitch. So I think yes, Lucas Torreira is good going forward. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, Aston Villa manager Dean Smith has spoken about certain players who were injured, if they're going to come back or not for Arsenal's game or not. He said only Jonathan Kodisha is absent, Matt Targett is in contention to start, and James Chester has been backing. He's back in training. So ladies and gentlemen, yes, you could see Matt Targett to start against Arsenal tonight, and it's going to be a crackerjack of a game. Well, speaking of Arsenal, Kieran Tierney and Hector Bellerin, as I said, had played 62 minutes for under 23s against Wolves. Also, Dinos Mavropanos played 90 minutes in the same game, and Lacazette is definitely coming back in October. So we definitely have real surprise. I think we could have surprises against Aston Villa, or definitely in the next game we'll definitely have some great surprises in the Nottingham Forest game. I'm really rooting for Kieran Tierney to start. I just want him to start. I just want to see him starting for Arsenal. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, some important, but it's actually not relevant right now, but a transfer news kind of a situation. Thomas Meunier has spoken about his role in Paris Saint-Germain. He said, my philosophy and mentality has never changed. I have been saying since my first step here at Paris Saint-Germain that I would be devoted to the club until the end of my contract or more. Thomas Tuchel will be able to count on me. Sometimes it is a bit frustrating, and the happiness in football is in playing, but choices have been made and the coach will take his own decisions, which is true because Thomas Tuchel does not prefer him in Paris Saint-Germain to start, and definitely, but he scored a goal against Real Madrid. That gives him more confidence, but he would want more. Obviously, all the footballers at their peak definitely would want regular football, and they would, if they don't get at Paris, most probably they'll try to look at some other clubs. But Paris is one of the respected clubs in the European competitions, because in France obviously they topple, but European competitions is where they crumble, like round of 16 or quarterfinals, they just stop. And that's the reason why I think I mean, Thomas Tuchel is a very smart manager. He knows what he's doing. So I'll just let it be there because we need some good backup on the right back as well. Moving on. Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way, and you need to understand that all the facts, all the daily news about Arsenal is coming on this channel. So make sure you be a part of this community. Subscribe and let us know what exactly you want to see on this channel with the comments. And if you like this video, just hit the like button, share the link with your friends so that they can also see about all the Arsenal stuff, and tell them to come on this community and be a part and raise your voice. Form your opinions and let me know what your opinions are. Well, if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe and get the daily dose of Arsenal news. I will see you in my next video. Cheers.